Now, the issue of parasitism in non-human primates is this time trending to expand or to spread beyond the normal host range. Now, looking at the patterns of the parasitism in wildlife, there is an influence of the diet, the contact between the species of the same animals, but also the contact between the different species of animals. And maybe because due to the close relationship of primates and humans, there is the common intestinal parasites of the humans have also been found in the primates, and in the same way, the parasites of the primates are also being found in humans. Now, in that regard, the fecal materials cannot be overlooked because they are a very good source of the parasites. Now, let me explain a bit the scenario. Now, Huye town, located in the southern part of the country, hosts a campus of the University of Rwanda. And the University of Rwanda, being the research institution, has a forest plantation called Arboretum, which has now become the home to velvet monkeys. Their population has been increasing day to day, and along the forest plantation, we have the human settlements. They are the agriculture fields, including the maize, but also there are the fish ponds and the swamps around. Now, this environment has become very conducive for the development of the velvet monkeys, but also the development of the intermediate hosts, including the snails and the mites. So that's why the issue of this parasitism is now also increasing, as also the population of velvet monkeys is also increasing in the city. And looking at the environment too, you will find that the velvet monkeys are found within the university premises, in the town, in the restaurants, even in the markets. Now, although these monkeys are an attraction of people, they are also they are reservoirs of the pathogens, including the gastrointestinal helminths. So they are seen now outside the forest and playing with the children, playing with people, but also people, they tend to give them the fruits, what to eat, and but also in some cases, the velvet monkeys will manage to go and steal the fruits from the street vendors, but even in the kitchens of the restaurants. Now, as the picture now here below, you can see now people interacting with the people, and this constant interaction with the humans is also increasing the zoonotic potential. The same velvet monkeys can be affected with the parasites from the humans, as they can also transmit the same diseases to humans. Now, the objective was to assess the gastrointestinal helminths, but looking at the prevalence, but among the parasites found, to see whether we cannot find the parasites can be of public hazard. Now, the methodology used, we collected the samples from the town of Huye, but specifically in the arboretum or the forest plantation. So as you can see, it has 200 hectares with many plots of different tree species, and the animals were concerned with only the velvet monkeys. So for the velvet monkeys, we selected only 4 groups, depending on the site where they live. We selected the group from the east, a group from the west, a group from the south, and in the north of the forest plantation. Now, the lab analysis, we did the direct smear, the flotation, and the sedimentation. Now, the results we found, we realized that almost all the samples we took, they were infected by one or more parasite species. So, but we found that there are nematodes, the cestodes, and the trematodes. So most of these parasites now we found, we have seen that they can also be found in humans. So that's why, the most frequent was Tenia, and the rest was the Tropheus, which also affected the humans. Now, as a conclusion, this was a starting point, the baseline information. Now, we could not identify some eggs because, depending on the techniques you used, you won't be able to identify the flotation, the sedimentation is not an accurate method for diagnosis. So some eggs will not be identified. That's why we recommend maybe the corporal culture so that one can definitely identify the parasites. So there is also need to deepen the search over a long period and many groups of velvet monkeys to be able to know what is happening. Now, the implication is now, since now these parasites are also found in humans and also in vervet monkeys, we are now calling for to raise an awareness in the community around so that they can use the One Health approach to control the diseases. So otherwise, people are not aware. Looking at the way they play with the vervet monkeys, it looks like they don't know what can happen in terms of disease transmission. Now, we also suggest the epidemiologic inquiry, especially the children who usually play with the monkeys, sharing food, so that they can see if they cannot find those parasites in children. So I'm now ending my presentation by acknowledging the conference organizers and the University of Rwanda for their facilitation. So thank you very much for your attention.